Welcome back to another video, my brothers. Today's video is titled 7 Reasons Why Nice Guys Finish Last. Make sure you watch until the end. Let's get straight into it. Point number 1. Nice guys are fucking frauds. They're disingenuous. They suppress how they really feel because they're terrified of rejection. So they put on a fucking performance. Instead of having the balls to approach this woman that they find attractive and expressing their romantic interest in her, instead of doing that, they act like a fucking friend in the hopes that one day she will see him as the one. And what happens when you act like a friend, guys? You get fucking friend zoned. That's what happens. You get treated like the gay best friend. You have a very short window to tell a woman that you like her. If you don't have the fucking balls to tell her that you like her in that short window, you are forever friend zoned. Making a comeback ain't gonna happen. She ain't suddenly gonna be like, oh, what was I thinking? It was you all along. That's not how it works, guys. Okay, so that's point number 1. Point number 2, they have a scarcity mindset, one-itis. Instead of having the abundance mentality to go out there and find another woman, no, they are fixated on her, even if she gets with a guy. They hang in there in the hopes that she breaks up. Fucking losers. If she breaks up with him, she will come running into my arms. No, like I said, you get treated like the gay best friend. There's no romantic interest in you anymore. What, are you going to be standing on the sidelines? Hi, it's me, come back. No, that's not how it works. You watch too many fucking movies, and that's point number 3. They live in a Disney fairy tale. They think that the love that they see in movies is the love that they should adopt in real life. Running after her and with flowers and love bombing, and movies are fucking fake, most of them. Okay? Using them as a basis is childish. Grow up. That's not how it is in the real world. If a woman says no, I'm not interested, keep it moving. There is no, I'll change her mind. No. Keep it moving. There's more women out there. And a woman will respect you if she rejects you and you move on. Without you trying again and again, she'll respect you. That's a man right there. But if you're like, no, I can be... That's scary to them, that's creepy. If you are so fixated on her and you start stalking her even more, and that's weird. Have the abundance mentality and keep it moving. Okay? Number 4, they're lazy. They don't want to do the work to attract the woman that they want. They're fucking lazy. They're not working on themselves usually. They're so fixated on the one. They've neglected themselves. Right? They've stopped chasing excellence. They stopped working out, most of them typically. I mean, nice guys usually have the same sort of look. And there's a reason they don't want to be fucked. So they just neglected themselves. They are now worshipping this woman. Which is never a good idea, ever. You should never make a woman the center of your life, even if this is your wife. Because even your wife doesn't want to be the focal point of your life. She wants you to chase excellence. She wants you to pursue something that's meaningful to you, that brings you a lot of fulfillment. In the process of you doing that, you are giving her your most authentic self. Okay, you are able to bring home the money. You are able to provide for your family, take care of your children. Take care of her in ways that you would not have been able to if you had put her as your number 1 priority. Because when you put someone else as your number 1 priority, it means that you're neglecting yourself. You should always come first, fellas. You will never lose women if you keep working on yourself. There'll always be another woman out there for you. And in fact, the more you work on yourself, the more women you attract into your life. Because they're like, that's a man on a mission right there. That's not a guy who's just laying in bed wanking every day, watching love movies. No. This is a man chasing excellence. Okay? Number 5, they're agreeable. They agree with absolutely everything this girl says that they're fixated on. Because they feel like, you know what, if I agree with her and everything, she'll love me. She'll be like, of course, we agree on the same things. We're meant for each other. And sometimes girls will say things like that. I want a man who just thinks the way I do it. They don't. I mean, yes, when it comes to core values and things like that that are very important to her, yes. But not on absolutely everything. You are your own man. And in fact, women like differences. They like having to debate you on certain things. They don't want another fucking bitch. Like, yeah, 100% I agree. Because they can tell when you're fucking lying, mate. They can tell. And they find that shit repulsive. Be your own man, disagree. Create some conflict. Okay? It shouldn't be perfect and rosy all the time. When I say that, I mean, you have to be in a state where you get her talking. Get her thinking, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Debating. Mini conflicts like that are okay. Disagreements, obviously remain respectful. I'm not saying be aggressive or violent, not at all. But I mean when it comes to things that you believe in, you can disagree. Okay? And they like that. Because it means you are your own man and you're not terrified of voicing your own opinion. You have a fucking spine. Okay? Number 6, they need a woman to feel complete. As I said earlier, they're lazy, so they put the woman as the number 1 priority. And women don't want that. You as a man need to enjoy your life when you're single. Absolutely love it. Now, when I say love it, I mean, you know, be immersed in the work. You're not going to love the work necessarily in its entirety every day. It's going to be tiring sometimes and you might have to work extra hours. But what I mean is create a life for yourself that you look forward to living every day. You get to work on a business that you started, selling things that you are passionate about. You travel a lot, either by yourself or with friends. You work out, you have a good social life. And then you meet a woman and she becomes a part of your life, not your life. Because this is a mistake a lot of guys make, and you know, I'll be honest with you, I made it too in the past. You know, you really care about a girl and you start to neglect yourself in the process. You start to, in your opinion, once again, it's the Disney fairy tale that we live in as guys. You start thinking that if I do things for her, these grand gestures, if I show her how much she means to me, then she will love me more. No. A woman wants you to take care of yourself first, despite what they say. Because remember, guys, what they say they want versus what they actually respond well to are 2 different things. You know, women will say things like, I want a man who's obsessed with me and shit like that. And a lot of guys think, oh, okay, well, I better be obsessive then. No, that's fucking creepy. Work on yourself. Be obsessed with excellence. She ain't gonna go nowhere if you're chasing excellence. You're getting better. You're making more money. Of course, spend some time with her. I'm not saying neglect her. No. Go out together. Go on fun holidays. Of course, if you have a woman in your life that, you know, loves you and cares about you. But women want a man who puts himself first. Okay, so that's very important. Live a life that brings you a lot of fulfillment. If you haven't found your purpose yet, find it. And if you're single right now and you're thinking, I want to get into a relationship, I would hold back until you find something that brings you fulfillment. Or at least you have a rough idea of where you're heading. Because if you don't, you will fall into the trap the moment a beautiful woman gets into your life of prioritizing her. Okay? So push the relationship thing to the side for a few years. Focus on yourself, and in the process of you doing that, living a life that you enjoy, a life that brings you a lot of fulfillment, women will start coming into your life. And you'll have your choice. Okay? It won't be a case of, oh, I've got to go out there and find one. No. They'll find you. You become a magnet. Okay? I already said this one. Number 7, they're terrified of rejection, which I talked about earlier in my first point. Because they're terrified of rejection, they put on a fucking persona, an Oscar-winning performance, in their opinion, in order to hang in there until something happens. Okay? You should never be terrified of rejection as a man. Rejection is part of it. You can't be naive. Not everybody's going to like you. No matter what it is that you do. You could be a fucking saint. You could be an extremely charitable individual. Okay? You could be someone who has rescued lives. Someone will still not like you. And it's the same with women. You could be, in your opinion, a very handsome guy. Some other woman won't find you handsome. You know, she'll find you the complete opposite. Obviously, there are people that fit a certain criteria. But in general, not everybody will like you. Be okay with rejection. If a woman says, don't see you this way, not really interested, keep it moving. Don't settle for being a friend. There is no settling here, guys. cut it out. There is no, I'll hang around and when she breaks up with her boyfriend, I'll be the one she runs to. No, there's none of that bullshit. Finally, number 8, they feel like women should accept them for who they are, which ties beautifully into my point about being lazy. Just accept me. Because maybe a woman rejects you because you're not working on yourself. You know, she can tell that you're needy. You just want a woman in your life in order to feel happy, and they don't like that. Okay, women should not love you the way you are. Okay? Of course, women love the way you make them feel. That's the thing, that's the separation you need to identify here, is that women don't necessarily love you. They love the way you make them feel. And when you're a man who's on his purpose, you're chasing excellence, you're, you know, becoming more financially stable, you take care of your mental health, your physical health, you're able to make a woman usually feel better than if you were depressed, fat and broke. It's harder for you to make a woman feel in love with you when you're depressed, fat and broke. Now, I'm not saying that you only need money to get a woman attracted to you. No, there are plenty of broke guys out there who have got an extremely beautiful woman. Okay? So money alone isn't the only thing. But typically, when you become a higher value male, you are able to induce feelings of love in women a lot easier than if you were fat and depressed and broke. Okay? You shouldn't even love you the way you are. You should constantly chase excellence. Constantly keep improving. Now, I'm not saying that women should be spiteful and ungrateful if you're a man of excellence. No. I mean, if you are a man who is constantly improving in your life, you're making more money, you're getting better physically, you know, a woman should appreciate that. Absolutely. Okay? But you can't demand love, guys. You can create an environment to where love can grow, but you can't demand it. You can't force somebody to love you. Okay? You know, you owe your wife the best version of you. And so does your wife. Your wife owes you the best version of her. So if you're in a relationship, you both keep working on yourself. And as I always like to reference this quote from Jim Rohn, you take care of you for me, and I'll take care of me for you. That's how it should be. Okay, but sitting there, you know, fat, broke and depressed and telling a woman, no, love me for who I am. What, broke and fat? Come on, man. That's childish. She's not your mother. Only your mother will love you the way you are. That's it. And as Mike Tyson once said on one of his podcasts, we search for our mother in our lover, but our lover can never love us like our mother. And on that note, I'm going to conclude this video. Make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace.